Hello everyone and welcome to English Factory. Today we will do class 12 Vistas Prose 6 On the Face of It by Suzanne Hill. This chapter is very touching, at the same time gives a very valuable lesson. Children, have you ever noticed the people with physical disability? They may seem to be happy or smiling at your face, but you might not know how miserable they feel in their heart when they are made fun of, ridiculed or ignored. Do you think it is the right attitude to bully them for being physically disabled? Certainly, the answer should be big no. But there are people around us who act as inhuman and make these people feel low, dejected, or miserable for their state. These people should rather be encouraged for their strength, not discouraged for their weakness. This story, On the Face of It, has been written by Suzanne Hill. Let's read about the author. Suzanne Hill is an English author of fiction and non-fiction works. Her novels include The Woman in Black, The Mist in the Mirror, and I'm the King of the Castle, for which she received the Somerset Maugham Award in 1971. Next, what is the central theme of the story? The theme revolves around the idea that people with physical disabilities suffer from loneliness and mental pain. There are mainly two characters in the story. The story is about a teenage boy, Derry, who has a burnt face, and Mr. Lamb, who is a disabled old man with an artificial leg made of tin. Derry accidentally enters his garden so that he can hide himself from people who hate him because of his ugly face. Mr. Lamb not only welcomes him in his garden but also encourages him to lead a normal life, leaving behind his past. Let's get started with the explanation of the entire story. The story starts with the teenage boy Derry, who enters a garden. Due to an accident, when acid befell on his face and got burnt on one side, he was afraid of facing people. That is why he has gone there to hide, because other people tease him for having such a face. Upon entering the garden, he finds someone already present there. Hence, he tries to leave, but the old man, Mr. Lamb, who is the owner of the garden, stops him. Not arriving without permission, Derry feels guilty. However, Mr. Lamb welcomes him in his garden and tells him not to leave just because of his presence. People don't like his face, that's what Derry thinks, and that's why he wants to leave. Then again Mr. Lamb asks him to stay there. After that they start having a conversation that how no one liked Derry and how he hates people behaving like this with him. Also, Mr. Lamb attempts to console him. Mr. Lamb states to him that he has a tin leg and how kids make fun of him by calling him Lamey Lamb. Yet he enjoys his life to the fullest. The conversation went on and revealed various things about Derry's fear, hatred and depression about being in such a condition. Also, Mr. Lamb keeps on telling him to think about the positive things in his life. Before long, they became friends and Mr. Lamb asked Derry to assist him in plucking the crab apples of his garden. Derry further stated to him that he had come too far from his home and hadn't told anything about this to his mother. So, Mr. Lamb asked him to take permission from his mother, but Derry finds it difficult and this leads to a small argument between both of them. Eventually, Derry agrees and tells Mr. Lamb that he would come back after asking permission from his mother. However, his mother does not want him to go, but he came back to fulfill his promise. In the meantime, Mr. Lamb climbs a ladder on his own to pluck the crab apples, as he was sure that Derry would not return. Moreover, because of his disability, it was difficult for him to climb, so he slips from the ladder and dies. On the other hand, Derry returns to the garden to help him, but on entering the garden, he sees him lying on the floor. Further, he attempts to move him, but didn't get any response from him. In the end, he came to know that Mr. Lamb is dead and he starts crying. Thus, through On the Face of It, the writer wants to say that we should never feel shame on our appearance. Also, we should be positive and optimistic about ourselves. Very rightly said by Martha Washington, I'm still determined to be cheerful and happy in whatever situation I may be. For I have also learned from experience that the greater part of our happiness or misery depends upon our dispositions and not upon our circumstances. It's time to read very important questions of the story. Question number 1. Why does Derry tell Mr. Lamb that he is afraid of seeing himself in the mirror in the story on the face of it? Answer. Derry's face had become scarred due to acid burns. This terrified him and brought in bad memories of the incident. In order to avoid them, he avoided seeing himself in the mirror. Question number 2. Mr. Lamb's advice to Derry was the product of his goodness of heart or to befriend him to overcome his loneliness. Give reason. Answer. Mr. Lamb genuinely liked Derry and wanted him to overcome his inhibitions towards life. He did not want the boy to suffer and have a poor self-esteem because he had a burned face. He gave his example only for him to understand what can be done to overcome loneliness and to make him understand that a disability should not stop one from enjoying life. Moving on to next question. Question number 3. People are insensitive to those who have disabilities. Give instances from the story on the face of it. Answer. People generally pity the handicapped or react with disgust when they see them. For instance, people would stare at the burned face of Derry and comment on it. He even heard 2 women commenting, looking at his face, that only a mother could love a person with such a face. Even his own family was worried about his future. Similarly, Mr. Lamb was also stared at by people, and children even called him Lammy Lamb. Next question, question number 4. How does Mr. Lamb try to remove the baseless fears of Derry? Answer. Mr. Lamb gave confidence and courage to Derry. He suggested that Derry should get over his physical impairment instead of brooding over his burnt face. He told Derry that he still has 2 hands, legs, eyes, a tongue and a brain. And if he puts them to right use by setting his mind to it, he can get on better than all the rest. Next question, question number 5. Which peculiar things does Derry notice about the old man, Mr. Lamb? Answer. Unlike the other people who were horrified on looking at Derry, Mr. Lamb did not show any dislike or horror at the way Derry looked. This surprised him. He also found it strange that even though the man himself was handicapped, he lived happily. He had a zest for life and encouraged him in ways no one had. He made him aware of his strengths and the importance of not pitying oneself. Question number 6. Why does Derry's mother not want him to get back to visit Mr. Lamb? Answer. Derry's mother did not want her son to interact with Mr. Lamb or go back to his house because he was new to the place and nobody had any information about the personal and private life of Mr. Lamb. On the contrary, people were heard to be making adverse remarks about Mr. Lamb. Lamb was leading a lonely life with no contact with the outside world. Children used to tease him and call him Lammy Lamb because he was handicapped. The worried mother therefore thought that it would not be in the interest of her child to befriend the stranger. Question number 7. What kind of garden does Mr. Lamb have? Why does he like it? Answer. The garden of Mr. Lamb was unkempt. There were both plants and weeds present. There were crab apple trees with golden and orange ripe apples ready for plucking. There were beehives too. The gate remained open as everyone was welcome to give solace to him in his loneliness. He enjoyed the warm sunshine and nature there. Coming to the last question, question number 8. How does Mr. Lamb react when Derry enters his garden? Answer. Lamb is an open-minded man. His broad-mindedness makes him welcome Derry to his garden. As he stays alone, Lamb is happy to get someone to talk to in his loneliness. He treats Derry as his friend and speaks freely with him. Here I come to an end of today's lesson. You never know how strong you are until being strong is your only choice. Rightly said by Bob Marley. Kindly like, share and subscribe to my channel English Factory and press the bell icon for notification, and also follow our Instagram ID. The link is in the description box. Waiting for your valuable comment. Thank you and stay blessed.